Sissy Cheap on the pop-up. So, as the trailer of Infinity War and its film has been finally released, I already watched it, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts about this movie as a review. And oh my god, don't worry because I won't spoil it. And remember, before you get into it, be sure to subscribe and press the notification bell for latest videos. And here are some Avengers Infinity War reviews. So, let's begin! Avengers Infinity War might be a very anticipated film that a lot of people have been looking forward to. It's directed by the Russo brothers and stars everyone. As most of you know from the trailer, Stannis is trying to collect all the Infinity Stones so that he can punch people a lot and blow stuff up, and he's a big bad person. For the most part, Marvel has done a really good job of understanding what these characters are to do many fans around the world and making a lot of pretentious movies that are just a lot of fun if you view it specifically as what it is, an action movie with a bunch of superheroes, and a lot of craziness happens that I cannot really get into because spoilers are bad and I don't want to ruin anything for anybody. For the most part, I enjoy myself quite a bit. My biggest issues with the film, look at those out of the way first. It can be a bit uneven by taking all of these characters that have been set up by other writers and other filmmakers and putting them under the control of a few writers and a few filmmakers. It can make people do things that seem out of character for what we're accustomed to. Because now we have a new group of filmmakers taking over a whole bunch of different people that have already been introduced to in other films. So we have Doctor Strange, Scott Derrickson make a very good movie. The Guardians, James Gunn made 2 good movies, and now they're all in one place, and sometimes the characters don't want to act the way they expect them to act. The first half of the film does feel a little clunky at times because we're balancing a lot of really harsh emotions. Different scenes are on whole different levels because there are so many people in this movie, and that makes sense when you have characters that are in different places and some of them have never even met before. This is a monumental task, and I have to give major kudos to the Russo brothers because I cannot even imagine how difficult it was to balance all of this. I understand how hard it is to make just a tiny movie. A thing like this just unfathomable to me right now, and I cannot even imagine the amount of effort and strenuous work that went into producing this movie. That's most negatives out of the way, so let's get into the positives. Thanos is awesome. There are a few shots where the effects don't quite work, but for the most part, it's actually really impressive. Josh Brolin does an amazing job. This is a very scary villain where it feels like there's actual stake. As soon as he appears, it doesn't really seem like anyone's safe, which is something that other Marvel movies were lacking. It's just really refreshing to have a Marvel villain that seems like he could do some real damage. There's no big Iceland lifting into the sky and a bunch of heroes making sure they save the day. This is a film about depression. All of these characters are trying to figure out what they can possibly do, and a lot of them are scrunching for any details they can learn about Thanos because this is a very contained film, surprisingly. The fact that it was so breakneck for all of the people in the movie, it doesn't really give them a chance to breathe. And as an audience member, it doesn't really give us a chance to breathe either. As usual, with most Marvel movies, the humor is on point. It's really wonderful to see these characters interacting. You could tell the Russo brothers and their writers, they picked character dynamics that would play off each other the best. They play certain characters in other places, and they all have their own little adventures they're trying to do with the ultimate goal of discovering how they can defeat Thanos. By taking these people and separating them into groups, the writers were able to maximize the humor they got out of those groups. When it comes to shaky cam and action films, very few filmmakers are able to pull it off well. The Russo brothers, I think, are some of the better ones with the Winter Soldier in the Civil War, but here they actually dial it back a little bit. There's definitely more of an attempt to be more locked down and grander. I think overall, Infinity War is going to please the most people. It has some very shocking elements. It has a few disappointing elements, and some characters do things that as I said seem out of character. But beyond that, this is a blast of a Marvel movie that does have some easies, but in the long run, I'm excited to see it again, guys. I wanted to see what happened next because I really have no idea what they're going to do. I really don't know where they're gonna go for real. Like, no clue at all. I think Thanos is pretty intimidating, and this did not feel like another Iron Man movie or another Captain America movie. Everyone got their chance to shine really. Nice amount of screen time to show us what they're worth, and all seriousness. It's so hard because you're trying to be truthful to all of these characters and where they are in their lives. And since they're all from different films and they all have different backstories and different situation they're in, obviously they're not all going to feel the same way, and that's the structure. So guys, thank you so much for watching this review. Have you watched this movie yet? If yes, let me know in the comments, like, what do you think about this movie after watching it? And leave any questions you'd like to ask. It's TJ Cheap on the pop-up, and I hope you're enjoying our new series from this channel. And thank you for your support, and don't forget to subscribe us. See ya!